number 29. It's a special edition. And I want to give you my latest, greatest OMGs, oh my God, BFO, blinding flashes of the obvious. Some new content. I want to run it up your flagpole. I really want to refine it between now and January, because it's really what I'm going to be bringing to Las Vegas at the symposium. So I want to entice you a little bit, and I'm going to be engaging people in these conversations in 2017, blasting your income over the top. So what is it that I want to cover with you? Hey, I got a brand new top 20 income chart. And it came from watching all of the ninjas on my Facebook live pages. And I'm seeing a new rate of growth in annual income. It's almost as if we're collapsing time. And we're taking quantum jumps. So I want to compare the income chart that we've been using since we launched over the top, I think it was 2011, 2012, and how that's changing. The rhythm of income is changing. The millennials are crushing time, and they're making big boom boom. It's one thing to show you how to get from, and I'm calling that, by the way, 40,000, 60,000, 70,000 blast. These are the blast off goals for the first 3 years from behind the chair. And don't tell me you can't hit them, because there are people that are on my Facebook page that are hitting them. And so once we kind of set some intentions in hitting these, and if you've been behind the chair for a few years and you haven't hit these yet, I want you to get a sense as to where you're going to end up in 2016, so that you can set this up as your intention to go, so you can jump time. So I don't want you sitting there saying, gee, I'm behind the chair for 10 years and I'm stuck. No. I want you to get on this ride. Now, once I show you these charts, which you're going to love, I want to also show you what I'm calling the 6 savvies, or the 6 sets of savviness I think you're going to need to have in order to make $40,000, $60,000, $70,000 reality. You're going to love that as well. And then last but not least, I've got something that I'm calling, you're either a ninja, a novice, or a no way. And I think you're going to find that to be interesting. It's something in an aha I had about a week ago, and I wanted to run it by you to see how you liked it. So you ready to go to work? I want to show you something, because up until now, I'm going to do a close-up on this so that you can really see it. I'm going to get out of the way of it. Now, yeah, it'll do a close-up. This has been the income chart for the Summit salons for stylists behind the chair. In other words, when your first full year, up until the last couple of years, your first full year behind the chair was somewhere between 16 and 20,000 on W-2 and gratuity. And then on the second year, you doubled it. You went to 32. On the third year, you went to 42. On the fifth year, you went to 53. And on the fifth year, you went to 65,000. Those of you that are new, this is actually when somebody, a top 20 stylist, works in a Summit salon, gets on the beam, stays focused. This is what their ride has looked like. After we now have a community of about 50,000 people on the Summit charts. We've got 3,000 salons that have been to the Summit. And as we've been watching them over the years, this would be typical growth of a top 20 stylist that really has their act together. So it's real and this has been a chart that we've really relied on. However, in the last year or two, I've seen a new chart. The rhythms are changing. The new top 20 income chart. We are now seeing stylists in Summit salons that are on social media, as well as the power wheel and the planner and all the things we teach them. They're having $40,000 first year in W-2 and gratuities. And in the second year, they're going to 60,000. I want you to think about that, because up until now, the chart has been, it used to take you 3 years to get to 40,000. Now we're seeing stylists that are on the social media game that are hitting 40,000 in their first full year. This is incredible. Now, then the second year they're increasing to 60,000, and third year they're actually trending third year to go. I'm going to come back so you can see me again. They're trending 70,000 in the third year, because this is the third year. This trend is so new that we don't have it beyond this year. I think that and you go, well, Michael, what's going on? Why are people starting to jump that fast? Because they're adding social media practices to their guest handling practices, to their tracking practices, to their planning practices. That's why you got to get on this. This is the big why. I think this is the big why. Now, I want to show you something else. It's my new savviness wheel. I'm saying that talk is cheap. To get to 40, 60, and 70, you need to really look at a new set of skills. Now, I want you to look at my new wheel, and I think you can see it. In the center, it says self-savvy. And savvy is my name for mindfulness. And mindfulness is being aware of something in your life, and then knowing what actions you need to take to get skillful at to make that something better. Mindfulness, savviness, what you're mindful of you can control. What you're not mindful of controls you. So you can see here, I've got self-savvy, I've got hair savvy, social media savvy, money savvy, guest savvy, digital savviness. These are the savvinesses that you need to develop. And when you hang out on my page, my Facebook page, when you hang out on not only Facebook, but when you if you got a Summit Salon, all of our coaches now are starting to coach to helping you, coaching you to be, for starters, hair savvy. You've got L'Oreal Professional Product Divisions, Redken, Pureology, Matrix, L'Oreal Professional are now having what I call CRT, Certified Readiness Training, getting you ready to become a certified colorist, a certified designer. You need to master that as your hair skill, because in the last few episodes, we've been talking about double booking. Double booking colors and cuts back to back, double booking balayages back to back, dropping haircuts while your color's processing. To do that, you got to have hair savviness. Certification readiness training makes you savvy. So that's one of them. The other is money savvy. And we've been talking about becoming money savvy with Booking the Blast, knowing how to manage your book, work smarter, not harder. We've been turning you on to our tracking app, helps you to become more money smart. So when the coach is coaching you and they're asking you questions like, what's your average ticket, what's your rebook rates, all of that stuff, you're able to answer them. Then there's guest savviness. We're going to be focusing on guest savviness in the next few episodes around Power Wheel. I'm going to give you some new script as it relates to consultation. And then the last several, we've been really hammering on digital savviness, getting your mobile device updated, as well as social media savvy. So this is going to be our plan. This is going to be our plan of action. This is going to be our table of contents from now on when we do Facebook Live. I'm either going to give you best practices for being money savvy, best practices for being guest savvy, best practices for being hair savvy, digitally savvy, social media savvy. I hope you heard that because I'm talking really fast tonight. I want to get to the last part. And that is, there's a new genre. Ooh, I love that. I love that. I have a feeling you're going to be able to see this even when I pan out. Talking about, pick your age, find your genre. Are you a millennial, a Gen X, or a baby boomer? And, millennials has been getting a lot of credit for being, digitally and social media savvy. But I'm going to suggest, and I want you to look this up, go ahead and Google it. It's called Generation C. There's a brand new generation called Generation C. Generation C stands for connectedness. And Gen C has nothing to do with how old you are. Gen C is all about your behavior as it relates to how digitally connected, how social media, you're connected to social media. So in other words, you can see I've got this cool little scale. And you can see if you zero in on it, it's really kind of cool because when it comes to anything, let's say it's being digitally savvy and being social media savvy. If you're a Gen C, you're a ninja. Now, if you're a ninja, don't bum out. You can be a novice. Meaning that I'm not ninja yet, but at least I'm in the damn game. I'm learning how to use the apps. I'm learning how to use my digital, my mobile. I'm using how to navigate on my social media pages. I'm learning. Sooner or later, I'll be a ninja. Right now, I'm a novice. And a novice is, it's about progress, not perfection. But then, if you're stubborn and you go, no way. So I'm either a no way, I'm not gonna do it. I'm simply not gonna do it. Or I'm a novice, or I'm a ninja. So when I start teaching you all of these best practices, I'm going to continue to encourage you. Are you with regard to the wheel, are you money savvy? Are you a money ninja, a money novice? Or no way, I don't want to learn about the apps to make me more money savvy. If you're guest savvy, are you a ninja? Are you a novice in getting guest savvy, or no way, I don't like to sell. I get embarrassed when my client says no. I feel guilty taking money from my clients. Are you money savvy? Are you a money ninja? Are you a money novice? Or are you, no way, I don't want, money just freaks me out, I just want to stand still. So these are going to be the models and the metaphors I'm going to be using henceforth on Facebook Live. I'm going to be talking about them at Redkin Symposium. If you haven't signed up for Symposium yet, sign up and come to my class, will you?